Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lake Myrtle Complex in Auburndale, Florida. Bear with us as we experience some technical difficulties throughout the day, but as of right now, we're good to go. As Matt D'Amato leads off the Seahawks after the Seahawks defense, led by pitcher Braden Clark, allowed 2 runs in the first inning. Seahawks 2-0 thus far in the Sunshine State. 2 7-3 wins. As it's 0-2 now to D'Amato. And D'Amato goes down on strikes. It's Ian Metzger on the hill for the Pioneers of William Paterson University. As Tyler Canoe steps in for the Seahawks, and he takes strike 1. And Canoe takes the ball down low. One chop to the left side, and it's over the bag, and it's a fair ball. Canoe rounds first. He's headed towards second. And he's going to get up onto second base with a stand-up double. And Canoe stays hot. Just a perfectly placed ball over the third base bag past Tom Radigan. Well done by Mike Novak out in left field for the Pioneers to get that one in. But a double for Canoe. That brings up the center fielder, Brandon Grover. Grover's laid down a couple of bunts thus far in Florida as he fouls that one off to the left side for strike 1. One 1 to Brandon Grover. Cut and miss. And it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Brandon Grover, here's the pitch. Comes in way outside. One ball, 2 strikes. Metzger and Grover. That one comes in low and away. Good eye from Grover. Steven Yellen goes out and has a word with Metzger. 2-2. Canoe on second after his stand-up double. Here's the pitch. Fought off to the left side by Grover. Here's the pitch. Hit down the right field line. And that's going to get down for extra bases. Grover rounds first. He's rounding second. He's going to third. Canoe's going to score. And Brandon Grover slides into third for a triple. Top of the Seahawks lineup continues to stay hot. That brings up Mike Breen. He's been all around the lineup thus far in Florida. First one fought off to the left side and foul. Breen's been in the 7 spot, the 9 spot, or 7 and 8 spot rather, and now he finds himself in the cleanup spot for the Seahawks. 0-1. That one into shallow left center field. Caught. Grover's going to tag, and you're never going to get him with this speed. He gets in there, and the Seahawks have tied the game. Well done by Breen to do his job and knot this one up for the Seahawks. That brings up Pembroke's own Will McCarthy. McCarthy trying to find his feet as of late. And he takes strike 1 on an off speed that catches the top of the zone. 0-1 now to the Seahawks third baseman. Cuts and misses on one in the dirt. And he's down 0-2. Once McCarthy gets going, it's almost impossible to slow him down. Just needs to get out of this slump that he's in. The 0-2 fouled off to the right side and out of play. Oh, 2 now to 40 in blue. Fouled off once again as Metzger continues working on McCarthy. Tyler Petrosino on deck for the Seahawks. He starts in right field yet again. The 0-2. Fouled off once again by McCarthy. Staying alive. We'll do it again. 0-2, Metzger and McCarthy. 3 foul balls in a row for number 40. Line drive shot right at the Pioneers shortstop, Tyler Rahone. And McCarthy's been a victim of that multiple times now. Excellent contact, just in the wrong place. And he's picked up immediately by his teammates. They understand it, but that's going to do it for the bottom half of the first. The Seahawks get a couple back. It's 2-2. Welcome back to Auburndale, Florida. The Seahawks taking on the William Paterson University Pioneers as both teams trade 2 runs each, and Braden Clark retakes the hill for the Seahawks. And he delivers one low for ball 1. It's Tyler Rahone, the left fielder for the Pioneers, in the box. He cuts and misses. That's strike 1. Ball and a strike now to the Pioneer left fielder. Clark delivers a breaking ball. Breaks a bit too soon and skips away from Messina. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Here's Clark's pitch. That one just a bit too far inside on Rajon, and just like that, it's 3-1. Clark's pitch is fouled off by Rajon. So now the count's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Rajon. Clark's 3-2 down the middle. Grounded to Breen on a couple hops. Here's the throw across the diamond. It's going to bring Canoe off the bag, and he's going to be safe. Good effort. But the throw is going to bring Canoe off the bag. He would have been out otherwise. That one's fouled out over the backstop, out of play. Single or error there? Huh?
I did the error.
Yeah, I think I agree.
I give him a
0-1 has popped up over the backstop, and that's going to get out of play into the bleachers. There's Mike Novak in the box. Here's the 0-2. Comes in just a bit high. My apologies. This is the Pioneer left fielder. Rajon starting at shortstop. The Pioneers. Here's the 1-2. That one's skied up and out of play. So we'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Clark works on Novak. Well done by Rajon. Getting back in there safely. Clark with a good move over to first base. Once again, and he's almost picked off by Clark. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's Clark. Pitch. Ball is skied to center field. Grover takes a couple steps in and makes the play for the out. There's 1 down now in the inning. Brings up to Girolamo. And that breaking ball comes in high from Clark. Not to Girolamo, the designated hitter. Clark goes over to first base. And Rajon's in there once again, safely. Here's the 1-0. Clark delivers. That one's on the outside corner for a strike. Good location from Clark there. Ball and a strike, 1 out. Clark's pitch to the designated hitter. That one's to the left side. Caught by McCarthy on to first base. That's a double play. Will McCarthy flashes the leather, and the Seahawks double them up. Well done by McCarthy. And we'll head into the bottom half of the second. It's 2-2. Welcome back to Auburndale, Florida. 2-2 is the score as we head into the bottom of the second. Will McCarthy just had a web gem stabbed at a line drive and turned the double play over to Tyler Canoe at first base. That one's lined into the left center gap. That's Tyler Paterson. That's a single. And the Seahawks have their leadoff man on, and that brings up Kyle Platt. For any NFL fans out there, Jalen Ramsey is finalizing a trade to be sent to the Miami Dolphins. So not great news for the AFC East. Ian Rappaport is my source on that one, as Kyle Platt takes a strike. As Metzger checks over on Paterson. Here's the pitch from Metzger. Up the middle, through the glove of Metzger. But it's going to be on to second for one, on to first for the double play. So what was a jammed hit up the middle that went through Metzger? Almost a soft line out, turned into a 4-6-3 double play. So Platt and Paterson are retired for the double play. That brings up Messina, the catcher, for Salve today. And that first one's in there for a ball, a bit low. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's in there for a strike along the bottom of the strike zone. So ball and a strike to Gianfranco Messina. Here's the pitch from Metzger. That one skips away. Two balls, one strike to count to the Seahawk catcher. Here's the pitch from Metzger. That one skied into right field. And that one's put away for out number 3 by Dan Carter. That's going to do it for the bottom of the second. Still 2-2. Top half of the third about to kick off. It's Colin Lombardo, the top of the order. Here's the pitch from Clark. That's on the outside corner for a strike. Clark's breaking ball, a couple hops to McCarthy. He takes his time, fires to Canoe for the out. Clark gets his first out. Brings up Jake Lutz, Pioneer center fielder. First pitch, swung on and missed. High cheddar from Braden Clark. And it's 0-1. Right along the outside corner for strike two. Clark starting to find his groove. For allowing two runs in the first inning. And the 0-2 swung on and missed for strike three. Clark, 3 straight strikes. And he retires Lutz. That brings up Steven Yellen. Yellen is Pioneers catcher. Has 30 in orange. Steps up to the plate. Breaking ball in there for strike one. Late break on that one. And it's 0-1. Clark's 0-1 on the bottom of the zone. Fly deep to right field. Paterson goes back along the warning track. Couple steps in front of the fence. He makes the catch. And that'll do it for the top half of the third. The Seahawks are due up. Metzger back out there for the bottom half of the third for the Pioneers, and Dustin Cicada in the familiar 9 spot. Puts one at the bottom of the zone and into left field. Dustin Cicada wastes no time getting on base. First pitch, driven on a couple hops into shallow left. And the Seahawks, for the second consecutive inning, have their leadoff man aboard. That brings up Matt D'Amato. Struck out his first time up, but despite that has been on somewhat of a tear as of late. A couple doubles. As he lays this one down, Metzger fields and fires to first base, but that throw's going to get away. It's a throwing error to get to Metzger. Cicada on third base. He's going to stand up, and D'Amato finds himself on second base, second and third for the Seahawks for Tyler Canoe. I things can happen when you put the ball in play, and just Metzger, that ball just got away from him. Throw couldn't be corralled by Carson Weiss. And now Tyler Canoe, who's probably been the hottest hitter on the Seahawks roster, gets a chance to do some damage. Runners on second and third, D'Amato and Cicada. As Metzger sets to fire to Canoe. That one off speed. Gets the outside corner for strike one. Here's the 0-1 to Canoe. Canoe was ready for that off-speed pitch, and he smiles and looks over at Coach Eric Sorella because he knew he had it. So no balls, 2 strikes to 19 in blue. Metzger sets and fires. Fastball comes in outside for a ball. So ball and 2 strikes to Canoe. Metzger leans in and sets. The pitch to Canoe. Checked on. What did he go? He did not. Now the home plate umpire says that he did. So the home plate umpire says that he pointed at Canoe on the swing. He was not checking the base umpire. He was just pointing at Canoe, saying that he went. Not sure he went all the way around, but when the umpire is saying that the batter swung, he will point at him. And that's what he did. So out number 1, Tyler Canoe went down on a half swing that he went around on. As Metzger fires to the outside corner for strike 1. It's Brandon Grover.
Come on, Grove, find a way.
Who's done it all for the Seahawks. He's played a little small ball. He's found the gaps, and he's driven singles up the middle. This one is to deep left field. Tracking it. It's over his head. Cicada is going to jog in. Here comes D'Amato. Brandon Grover stands up on second base. D'Amato's in to score. And the Seahawks are up 4-2. Brandon Grover continues to spray the ball all over the field. And the Seahawks offense continues to roll. And that brings up Mike Breen. Mike Breen, first pitch comes in low for ball 1. Brandon Grover has been phenomenal in that 3 spot behind Tyler Canoe and behind Matt D'Amato. Here's the pitch. Breen chops it foul. So a ball and a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Metzger. That one skied in the infield, navigating through the sun. And caught is Tyler Rahone. Well done to track that one down. And there are 2 away now. And that brings up Will McCarthy. The kids call him Swags.
Hey, Swags, find a way here. Come on, babe.
2 down, duck on the pond. And that's Brandon Grover at second base. So Metzger sets. McCarthy searching for that hit. This one skied and foul along the first base line. Decent contact on it from McCarthy. Just couldn't straighten it out. No balls, 1 strike. 240 in blue. Here's the 0-1. That one comes in low. Back pick on Grover. He's in there. Ball on a strike, but well done by Steven Yellen trying to back pick Brandon Grover on second base. Colin Lombardo got a good tag in, but Grover just fast and tall enough to get back in. Ball and a strike to McCarthy. This one grounded up the middle, off the heel of Metzger. That's going to get through. And an RBI single for Will McCarthy. Will McCarthy wiggles the finger for the hit on first base. And the mayor of Pembroke delivers. McCarthy, RBI single and a beautiful double play earlier. This one's shot into deep left field, and it's off his glove. McCarthy rounds second, hustling the whole way. McCarthy's gonna go all the way home. The tag! He's not in time! Will McCarthy from first base gets all the way home, and he celebrates. As Petrosino, a deep drive to left field, over the head and off the glove of Mike Novak. McCarthy hustled the entire way as if it was going to get down, and it did, and it paid off. And Petrosino, even more great base running, ends up on third base. He could have watched the ball, but instead put his head down and kept the legs churning. Well done by Will McCarthy to get out of a slump that he was in, searching for his first hit, and that first one was a big one. So Petrosino on third base. That brings up Kyle Platt. Number 2 for the Seahawks in the designated hitter spot. It's still Wetzger. And he's going to lay one down. It's fouled off into the equipment of Steven Yellen. So no balls, 1 strike to Kyle Platt, who's essentially plugged in all over the field. Platt, the 0-1, checked on, and he did not go. Counts even, a ball and a strike to Kyle Platt. Petrosino on third. This one is skied to deep center field. Back towards the wall and caught about 10 feet in front of the fence. Well driven by Platt, but good tracking by Jake Lutz. That's going to end the inning. The Seahawks now lead 5-2. Welcome back to Lake Myrtle Complex in Auburndale, Florida. Seahawks just grabbed 3 runs. Make it 4 runs. In the bottom half of the third to make it 6-2 on the scoreboard. And Braden Clark continues to deal. Strike 1. As Dan Carter watches one skip in for a ball. So ball and a strike to Carter. This one is checked on and fouled to the screen. So now it's a ball and 2 strikes. Seahawks offense has scored 7 runs in both games so far, and they have 6 now through 3 innings. Here's the 1-2, is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Braden Clark delivers. There's out number 1 for the Seahawks defense. Seahawks have somewhat of an aura of swagger around them right now.
Come on, Kenny.
Still feeding off those 4 runs on that crooked frame in the bottom of the third. As Clark delivers another strike. A heater past the swinging bat of Carson Weiss. Yo 1 is just a bit low.
Hey, repeat that, Kenny.
So a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Checked on. Did he go? He did. Ball and 2 strikes now to Carson Weiss. Here's the pitch from Clark. Breaking ball, got him looking. Back-to-back Ks. 1 forwards, 1 backwards, and there are 2 down. It's Clark dealing now. Tom Radigan, Pioneer, third baseman. Clark takes a breath and fires strike 1. 0-1 to Radigan. This one is chopped foul to the left side. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 from Clark. Looking to strike out the side. Just a bit high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tom Radigan. Clark is locked in. And this one just misses over the outside of the plate. 2-2 now is the count to Radigan from Clark. Here's the pitch. The 2-2. He struck him out! And a big yell from the mustached lip of Braden Clark. 1-2-3. The Pioneers go down all on strikes. And we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Seahawks lead 6-2 here in the bottom half of the fourth. Gianfranco Messina, the catcher for the Seahawks, due up. He takes a breaking ball up high for ball one. It's Messina, Cicada, and D'Amato due up. Don't be surprised if it's more. Messina takes ball two low. The 2-0 to Messina comes in low for a ball. 3-0 is the count to Messina. Here's the pitch. That one's inside for ball four. So a leadoff walk for the third time in 4 innings. The Seahawks have their leadoff man on. That brings up Justin Cicada. Checking over on Messina is Metzger. Messina back in safely. First pitch to Cicada is over the outside corner of the plate for a ball. Here's the pitch. Messina goes, pop fly. That's going to get out of play. So ball and a strike to Justin Cicada. Seahawks have 6 runs on 7 hits thus far. Cicada driven to deep left field, but right at the charging Novak for out number 1. Good piece from Cicada. Just a little too hard. And Matt D'Amato, the top of the Seahawks lineup. D'Amato, a couple extra base hits, a few bunts for singles and hard hit singles. As this one's left outside for ball 1. Messina on first. D'Amato cuts and misses for strike 1. The 1-1. That one's shot down the left field line, twisting foul. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes is the count to leadoff man Matt D'Amato. Here's the pitch. This one's lined and over the head of Tyler Rahone. And it's going to be a single. Runners on first and second. Who else would you want up but Tyler Canoe? Canoe has the lone home run here in Florida for the Seahawks. Came against UT Dallas in his first at bat. In the top half of the first, it was a 2-run no-doubter. Here's Canoe. Takes a breaking ball in there for strike 1. He knew it. But no balls, 1 strike is the count. Here's the 0-1 from Metzger. Checked on. Did he go? He did, says the home plate umpire. Didn't have to check. And it's 0-2. The 0-2 from Metzger onto Canoe. The pitch is grounded up the middle. Tough one, it eats up. The tag and the throw to first, double play. D'Amato doesn't think he got tagged. But a beautiful play from Colin Lombardo at second base to tag D'Amato and throw on over to first to Canoe for the double play. So a tough play for the Seahawks, but D'Amato tagged for one by Lombardo and thrown over to first for two to double up Canoe. And the Pioneers get out of a jam. We'll head to the top half of the fifth. Still 6-2 Seahawks. Top half of the fifth now. Pioneers trail 6-2. As Braden Clark continues to deal for strike one. Tyler Rahone now, shortstop for the Pioneers, is up now. The 0-1 breaking ball fouled back to the screen. So no balls, 2 strikes. The count. Here's Clark. This one hops in a bit low for a strike. One ball, 2 strikes. And Clark gets another victim. Strike 3, the call on the swing. That's now 4 strikeouts in a row for Clark. And he misses just a bit low on that one. The 1-0 from Clark misses inside for a ball. It's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to pitch, and that one's in there for a strike. A little extra behind that one from Clark. As that one just outside for a ball. Well done by Messina trying to frame that one. It's now 3-1 for Clark versus Novak. That one comes in high for ball 4. So Novak takes a walk to first. And now DeGirolano, the designated hitter for the Pioneers, number 1 in orange. Clark looking for that double play ground ball. So that one comes in a bit high on to Girolano for a ball.
Good pitch, Kenny. Come on out.
1-0 to the Girolano. Clark gets a foul ball to the left side off the screen. So a ball and a strike now. Clark's pitch. That one comes up just a bit high.
Go, Kenny, battle here.
2 balls, 1 strike. Clark and DeGirolano battling here. This one breaks and just misses outside for a ball. Didn't break enough late, and now it's 3-1. Not seeing any action in the Seahawks pen thus far. Here's the 3-1. That one comes in outside for ball 4. So back-to-back walks for Clark. And Andrew McKeon is going to come out and talk with Braden Clark. We'll take a short break while they converse. So McKeon taps Clark on the chest, reassuring him to get these final 2 outs. And it's Colin Lombardo now, top of the order for the Pioneers. This one comes in outside for a ball. Perhaps a bit of overthrowing going on for Clark here. As the 7 in orange, Lombardo steps in. And Clark sets. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. That one is over for strike 1. Ball and a strike to Lombardo. Seahawks lead 6-2. Perhaps a double play ball away from getting out of this one. The 1-1. This one foul tipped into the mid of Messina for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes to Lombardo. Clark's 1-2. Just missed a bit high. Good spot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's Clark's pitch. Breaking ball, swung on and fouled out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 2-2 fouled off once again by Lombardo. Two balls, 2 strikes. Clark against Lombardo for the 3rd time. Grounded to Breen. From second to 1 on to first. No throw from Cicada. They get the 1 out that they need. And they're now 2 away with runners on the corners. So Lombardo battles hard and reaches on a fielder's choice. But Breen makes a slick flip to his other middle infielder, Dustin Cicada, for out number 2, and that brings up 3-3 in orange, Jake Lutz, Pioneers center fielder. Lutz 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. As that breaking ball just misses high. Doesn't break late enough. Clark's 1-0. That one's in there for a strike. That one cut on and missed. Just like that, it's 1-1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, rather. Runners on the corners. It's Lutz and it's Clark. Here's the 1-2. Comes in high. Runner goes. The throw is offline. Cicada. Well done on the backhand pick. So stolen base for Colin Lombardo. And it's 2-2. Runners on second and third. Big spot here for the Pioneers to cut into this Seahawks 4-run lead. Here's the 2-2. He struck him out. What a pitch from Clark. And that's going to do it here for the top half of the 5th. It's 6-2 Seahawks still. Welcome back to Auburndale, Florida. Seahawks enjoying a 6-2 lead as Brandon Grover takes ball 1 low. This one's grounded down the right field line, and Brandon Grover has extra bases in him. Grover rounds first and has a stand-up double. Now a triple and a double for Brandon Grover. Brandon Grover now 3 for 3 on the day. 2 doubles and a triple. As Mike Breen takes strike 1. Here's the 0-1, cut on and missed for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Mike Breen, and this one is driven into right center field. That might get down, but well done tracking Jake Lutz. Able to cut that one down. The hat flying off in the process. And that brings up Will Swags McCarthy. Boston College high school graduate. This one is skied on the infield, navigating through the sun and back, but that one is going to be caught by Colin Lombardo, the second baseman. And after the leadoff double from Grover, that's 2 quick outs. That brings up Tyler Petrosino. Single should score Grover as this one comes in low and away. One ball, no strikes. This one cut on and missed by Petrosino. And it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Petrosino takes one high. Grover, big secondary, but he scampers back. Here's the pitch. This one's skied into left center field. 2 outs, so the runners go. And Jake Lutz calls him off for out number 3. So the Seahawks leave Grover on second base. And we'll head into the 6th. Top half of the 6th. Seahawks lead 6-2. Braden Clark been dealing as of late, letting up 2 in the first, but not much else as this one's lined into left field for a base hit. Well done there by the 30 of Steven Yellen. So after Yellen comes Dan Carter, the right fielder for the Pioneers. Carter fouls this one off to the right side and out of play. The 0-1, this one comes in outside. One ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. This one just a bit low. In a very consistent strike zone. Probably the most consistent strike zone that the Seahawks have seen in their 3 games. 2-1 breaking ball. Whoa! Down the right field line and into the Pioneers' dugout almost. But ricochets down the right field line farther. And it's 2-2. Yellen on first. Carter at the plate. Clark setting and delivering. And that one almost shaved the bat of Dan Carter. As Braden Clark just topped out at 90 miles an hour on that fastball as it tailed inside. 2-2 from Clark. He struck him out. Out number 1 of the inning. That brings up Carson Weiss. The pitch from Clark. That one's lined into right center field. Petrosino and Grover converge on it. And that's just going to be a single. But Yellen's going to get to third. So runners on first and third. 1 down, and that brings up Tom Radigan, third baseman. Runners on the corners, 1 down. Clark still going. Got a little bit of motion in the pen for the Seahawks. As that one's cut on and missed for a strike over the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch into the mitt of Messina. And quickly it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Radigan. Clark's pitch. That's outside. Good location there from Clark, but couldn't get a swing. One ball, 2 strikes. Clark's pitch to Radigan. He struck him out. Two down now in the inning. Brings up Tyler Rahone, the shortstop of the Pioneers. As Rubon tracking back and can't find it, can Mike Breen, and a run's going to score. Well done by Tyler Rubon. That single pushes him to 1 for 3 and pushes a run across for the Pioneers at 6-3. That's Clark's first run since the first inning. And it came on a bloop single that became an RBI. 1-0. It's Mike Novak. Pitch is lined right at Dustin Cicada for out number 3. Pioneers get 1 back, and we head into the bottom of the 6th. It's 6-3 Seahawks. Bottom half of the sixth. Kyle Platt, the designated hitter, number 2 in blue. He takes this one and drives it into the left center field gap. That's going to get past the diving Lutz. And Platt is going to slide into second base with a leadoff double. The 10th hit for the Seahawks, and the second inning in a row starting with a leadoff double. So Shane Williams now batting. Shane Williams entering for the 26 of Messina. And this one's grounded up the middle, but stabbed and delivered onto first for the out. Well done by Colin Lombardo. That moves the runner over to third base. So 4-3 on the play. But once again, Platt now on third. That brings up Dustin Cicada. Cicada squeezes, and Platt's caught in a rundown, and he's tagged out. So Cicada couldn't get the bunt down. On 1. This one comes in low for a ball. One ball, one strike to Cicada. This one in there for a strike. The 1-2 Cicada grounded over to first base, and Carson Weiss able to retire the side. So we'll head into the 7th inning, 6-3 Salve. Welcome back to Auburndale, Florida, here at Lake Myrtle Complex. Seahawks lead 6-3 on 10 hits. But the Pioneers aren't far behind. A couple changes for the Seahawks. You saw Williams pinch hit. Now Smolinski has entered the game to catch in place of Messina. And now Andrew Roman, the southpaw, on the mound. As that one hits that outside corner for strike one. Roman, same spot but a ball, just a bit outside. Maybe not the exact same spot, but same location where he wanted it to be. 1-1. Movement on that one, but delivered outside. As that one's in there for a strike. That one comes in high for a ball. And that one hits him. So DiGirolamo gets hit. And my apologies, ladies and gentlemen, that's not Andrew Roman on the mound. That's Brendan Foley. This was a few years ago. It would have been Andrew Roman, but clearly I have the wrong roster in front of me. So Brendan Foley comes in, the freshman standing at 6 foot 190 from Burlington, Connecticut. Went to St. Paul Catholic. So that one's in there for a strike. Count is 1-1. That one comes in outside. So 2 balls and 1 strike. As Foley delivers on to Lombardo, the top of the order for the Pioneers. The pitch comes in low and inside. Three 3-1 comes inside and high, and Foley walked him. And Sorella's going to go out and speak with Foley. So hit by pitch and a walk for Foley. And a quick outing. And Coach Sorella is going to go to the bullpen. And it's Jason Arrigo. Arrigo got the save against the University of Texas, Dallas. Came in with 1 out with the bases loaded. And threw a crucial double play ball to get the Seahawks out of the inning. A game they won 7-3. And they lead 6-3 here. So a similar scenario for Arrigo. And let him warm up and step aside. Take a quick break. So first and second, nobody out. Jason Arrigo comes in. And so far this year, he's been the guy they need to get out of a jam. Or the guy they'll go to do so. First pitch squaring on it is the 33 of Jake Lutz. So the Pioneers not afraid to sacrifice their number 2 hitter. So the 1-0, let's see if he squares around again. Lutz is going to swing, and that one is skied to deep left field. Looking up is D'Amato, and that one's gone. A home run for Jake Lutz. And Arrigo allows a 3-run shot, and as soon as it left the bat, that thing was gone. So Jake Lutz capitalizes on a pitch that caught a lot of white, and it's 6-6. And that one skips to the backstop for ball 1. So Arrigo comes in and allows the shot, but 2 of those runs were not his responsibility, as that one is fouled off towards the Salve dugout. Brendan Foley responsible for the first 2, as he walked and hit those batters. Sorella with a beautiful, beautiful one-handed grab on the foul ball. And 2 strikes on the hitter now. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Arrigo, breaking ball, just misses low. 2-2. Two is in there along the bottom of the zone for strike 3. So strikeout number 1 for Arrigo. That brings up Dan Carter. That breaking ball just misses outside for ball 1. One out to Carter, breaks into the zone for a strike. This one's spiked, doesn't reach the plate. Ball 2. Two and 1. This one skips by and gets a piece of the umpire. So 3 balls, 1 strike. And a stoppage as the umpire got a piece of that low baseball. We'll take a short break while they tend to that injury. So Jason Arrigo takes a seat. And I hope you like sunshine because Chris Beach is out there for the Seahawks. And one pitch on the 3-1 count makes it a walk. So we're tied at 6-6, and now the go-ahead run for the Pioneers on first. Chris Beach, the lefty. That one is shot to right field. Petrosino coming in, makes the play, and now fired onto Canoe. Almost doubled up is Carter at first, but Carson Weiss lines out to right for out number one. Out number two, rather. That brings up Radigan. And that one hits the bottom of the zone for strike one. Beach fires a breaking ball, doesn't break as much as he wanted it to. It's 1-1. High heat. And that's going to reach the backstop through the glove of Smolinski. Counts 2-1. Runner on second now for the Pioneers. That is the go-ahead run as of late. We are in the top half of the seventh. 2 balls, 1 strike. Beach's pitch is in there for a strike. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch from Beach is fouled off. Couple fastballs in a row for Beach. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball gets away from Beach, and that one hits the backstop. Three balls, 2 strikes. Beach's pitch is in there for strike 3. So we remain tied. We'll head to the bottom half of the seventh. 6-6. At Lake Myrtle Complex, it's a 6-6 game. Seahawks up in the bottom half of the 7th. And it's Matt D'Amato, the top of the order, to lead off the 7th. And it's still Ian Metzger for the Pioneers, going into his 7th inning of work, as that one gets away for ball 1. The 1-0 to D'Amato. Low, but it's in there for a strike. Here's the 1-1. That one's inside and low for a ball. Two balls, one strike. The count to D'Amato. And this one is skied down the left field line, twisting. And that's going to get down as a fair ball. Rounding into second is D'Amato with that blazing speed, and he's in with a double. So D'Amato leads off the Seahawks with extra bases. And it's another inning where the Seahawks start the inning with a guy on second base. That brings up Tyler Canoe. Canoe skies this one to deep left center field. Back at the wall. It's going to hit the wall. D'Amato rounding hard. Canoe's on his way to third base. And he gets into third. And time on the play as Jake Lutz is down in the outfield. He went crashing into the wall. It's 7-6 Seahawks, but we'll wait a minute while Jake Lutz regathers himself. Extra base hit there for Tyler Canoe. That one hit about a third of the way up the wall. And we'll take a short break while they look at Lutz out in center. We apologize for the technical difficulties. That pitch gets away. And a stolen base for the Pioneers. Chris Beach's afternoon is over, but got a couple huge strikeouts. And now Holden Ferrari in at pitcher for the Seahawks. Pitching to Girolano. That one stays in front of Smolinski, but that's going to be a ball. Two balls, no strikes. Ferrari versus the Girolano. As that one is down the line, foul. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Ferrari's 2-1 runner on second. That one is fouled back to the screen. Two balls, 2 strikes. Ferrari sets and delivers. That one comes in just a bit low. And the count's now full, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. The count is full to Girolano. Here's the pitch. That one's down the left field line, hooking foul. It's going to get out of play. And we'll redo the full count. Here's the 3-2 from Ferrari. Girolano chops it foul.
Come on, Holden, you go, babe.
Three balls, 2 strikes to Girolano.
Come on, Holden.
Ferrari's pitch comes in back towards the screen and foul.
Come on, Deej, let's go.
Three, 2. Good battle here between Ferrari and Girolano. Top of the order awaits for the Pioneers. It's Lombardo on deck. Big at-bat here for both sides. And that one's fouled back to the screen again.
All right, boy, Deej, keep fighting, Deej, keep fighting, Deej. Come on, Holden. Come on, Holden. Fill it up, man.
Another foul ball and another 3-2. Here's the pitch from Ferrari. That one comes in just a bit low for a ball. Umpire says it was low and it was also inside. So runners on first and second, just the one out for Salve. That's going to bring up top of the order, Colin Lombardo against Ferrari. This one comes in just a bit inside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes to the Pioneers' second baseman, Cicada playing very much up the middle. That one just gets outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the 2-0. That one just misses. Umpire says that one misses outside. So 3-0. All these pitches missing by small margins. The 3-0. That misses outside for ball 4. And the bases are loaded for Jake Lutz, who last time he was up sent one way over the left field wall to tie the game at 6s. It's now 8-6, and he has a chance to tie the game and even give the Pioneers the lead. Smolinski out to talk with Ferrari. And now Coach Eric Sorella calls time, perhaps looking to go into his bullpen. And he's going to do so. So that's it for Holden Ferrari, who just hardly missed. And Tommy Del Vecchio is going to come into the game and throw for the Seahawks. We'll take a short break while he warms up. So one down here in the top half of the 8th. It's 8-6 with the bases loaded. Del Vecchio in for the Seahawks. Jake Lutz up for the Pioneers. Seahawks could be a ground ball away from getting out of this one. Del Vecchio pitches. This one's over the middle for strike 1.
Come on, Lutz. Come on, Lutz.
The 0-1 pitch to Lutz. This one is driven to left field. Topspin on. It's going to get down in front of D'Amato. 1 run's going to score. Well done by D'Amato to get it in. And a good cut by McCarthy, but 1 run's going to score. That was well hit by Lutz, and the bases remain loaded with 1 down. And that brings up Steven Yellen, number 3 in the order. Number 2 in your stat book, as he is your catcher for the Pioneers today. And the go-ahead runs on second base. So Del Vecchio's first hitter gets on and drives in a run. This one's fouled off to the right side and out of play. Seahawks 13 hits to the Pioneers 8 and 8 runs to the Pioneers 7. That game tying run and once again on third. It's to Girolano. Here's the pitch from Del Vecchio, skied behind the backstop, and that's going to get out of play. One ball, 2 strikes on Steven Yellen, the Pioneer catcher. Del Vecchio leans in. He sets. Takes a breath and delivers. That one's lined into left field, down the left field line. 1 run's going to score. Here comes another to go ahead. And it's a double for Steven Yellen.
Let's go, Stevie!
And it's 9-7 Pioneers. Runners on second and third. Brings up Dan Carter. Seahawks infield is halfway in, as they already trail by 1 now, and that one slides in there for a strike. The 0-1 to Carter. This one skied to deep center field. Back goes Grover into the gap. That's going to go off the wall. 2 runs going to score on this one. Carter rounding second. He's going to go to third. Cicada's throw. It's in time. He's out. So the Seahawks cut down a runner, but 2 more runs are going to score. A good relay from Grover, Cicada, and McCarthy, and a good tag by McCarthy over there at third. But it's 11-8 Pioneers on some big hits in the Pioneers offense, but the bases are now empty. And Carson Weiss is up. Del Vecchio sets, delivers. This one's fouled off. That's a ball. That one's chopped. In comes Breen on a couple hops and fires over to Canoe for the out. And that's going to end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 11-8 Pioneers. Welcome back
Stay true to you, too.
to Lake Myrtle Complex. It's 11-8 Pioneers. Kyle Platt up for the Seahawks as strike one is delivered by Chris Cartuccio, the new wing in for the Pioneers. Platt checks. Does not go. And it's a ball and a strike now to Kyle Platt. The 1-1. That one's inside.
Great move.
2 balls, 1 strike now, the count.
Come on, Kyle.
Here's the 2-1. That one's fouled off. And now it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, the count. To Kyle Platt. Cartuccio's pitch is fouled off by Platt and out of play.
Love it. Come on, Tooch.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Cartuccio's pitch is up high.
Come on, Platt. Come on, Kyle.
3-2 now.
Get it started, man. Come on, Kyle. Get a spark plug, man.
That one misses, 4-4.
Talk it up in there. Let's go.
Let's go, Seed, to the fridge. Good lead, Seed. Come on now.
Come on, babe. Hey, wrist that ball, would ya?
No.
1 ball, 1 strike. The count.
Come on, Ev. Come on, Ev.
That one lined and caught. But can't get doubled up at first. So a line out. Good contact there by O'Rourke, the pinch hitter.
Hey, Tim.
Come on, Tooch. Come on, Tooch.
Our apologies for the blackout there. 1 out. Runner still on first. That one comes in low. One low to Cicada. Cicada takes strike one a bit high. One ball, 1 strike to Cicada. This one is in there for a strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Come on, Tooch.
Trust you, baby.
The 1-2 pitch to Cicada. This one's chopped to the left side. To second for 1. On to first. The Pioneers can't turn a double play. It was almost in time. Cicada beat it out. That's 1 out on the play and runner on first for the Seahawks. And now Matt D'Amato comes up. So Seahawks, chased by 3, have the ability to have some fun with 2 outs here. And no better person to do it than the top of your lineup, D'Amato. That one gets away, and Cicada is going to get to second base. One ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 to D'Amato. That one is in there for a strike along the outside corner.
You good, D-Mac? Come on, Mark.
The 1-1 from Cartuccio to D'Amato hops in for a ball. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Cartuccio and D'Amato battling here. And here's the pitch. That one grounded into right field. And Cicada's going to come around to score by a step. And it's 11-9 Pioneers. D'Amato delivers again.
Come on, Ty.
That ground ball went past the glove of the diving Lombardo. And Tyler Canoe, the tying run. He's done it before. He could do it again. Canoe
Hey, TC, here we go,
about
babe.
7 feet short or
Right here.
a set of forearm curls away from going yard last time. If he gets a hold of one, he could do it again, as we have a mound visit now for the Pioneers, and they're going to go to their bullpen. So Cartuccio is going to come out, and when we're back, we'll tell you who's coming in. Welcome back
Come on, T's
to Auburndale, Florida. It's 11-9. Pioneers, the tying run at the plate. It's Tyler Canoe. And now, for the Pioneers, on the hill, it's Nick Nielsen, number 40. As the first pitch comes in low for a ball. Matt D'Amato on first. RBI single brought in Cicada. The 1-0 to Canoe. That one comes in way high.
Come on, T's.
2 balls, no strikes to Canoe. The pitch comes in, skips low. (3-0) to Canoe from Nielsen. D'Amato on first. The pitch comes in, letter high, and Canoe doesn't like it, but he's going to walk. And this brings up Brandon Grover. He's got a single, a couple doubles, and a triple. That's all I have to say about that. As Brandon Grover is the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 8th. Canoe on first. D'Amato on second. This one comes in, and it's up and in for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 to Brandon Grover. Checked on and came in low. As of right now, he did not go. Not even going to look. 2-0 to Brandon Grover. From Nielsen. D'Amato on second. Canoe on first. The pitch. Breaking ball comes in low. 3-0. Here's the pitch. That one is right down the middle for strike 1.
Come on, Nielsen, let's go.
Right man, right spot, babe. Nobody better.
3 balls, 1 strike to Brandon Grover. The pitch is skied very high into shallow right field, battling the sun, but put away. And that's going to be the inning. Well done by Dan Carter to put it away. We head into the top of the 9th. It's 11-9, Pioneers. Welcome back to Lake Myrtle Complex. Couple substitutions for the Seahawks. Shea Donovan catching. Zach Lopez pitching, and entering the game now in left field, Matthew Neal taking the place of Brandon Grover. Petrosino in center and D'Amato in right. This one fouled back to the screen, and I flinched.
Come on, Tommy, let's go, Tom.
It's Tom Radigan for the Pioneers. Lopez's first pitch was a foul ball. Here's the second. Breaking ball just got away. One ball, one strike to Radigan from Lopez. Breaking ball doesn't break all the way. 2-1.
Come on, cousin, here you go.
This one up and in, and he swung at it. 2-2. The high heat from Lopez.
Hey, action. Come on, Pez. Come on, Pez.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Lopez to Radigan. Fouled off.
Come on, Pez.
Here's 2-2 again. Lopez. Kicks, fires, fouled off again. Here's the 2-2. This one fouled off again.
Louder, louder, Shay, louder.
Come on, Tommy.
That's 3 foul balls in a row for Radigan. Two balls, 2 strikes. And this one's lined into right field. D'Amato will take it on the ground and fire it in. But a good battle there from Radigan. And they have a man on first.
Hey, Shay, hose him right now. Hose him if he goes.
Brings up Tyler Ruban. Lopez delivers. A bunt is shown, and that's a foul ball off the shaft of the bat. No balls, 1 strike. Bunt shown again. This one goes right to Lopez. Lopez will go on to Canoe for the out. And the runner moves over. So 1 down. That one hits the batter. That was Elliott Hayward hitting for Mike Novak, and he wears it. The ball got away, but due to the hit by pitch, Radigan scampers back to second. So now first and second, just the 1 out. That brings up DeGirolano, the designated hitter, hitting 9th. Middle infield pinched together. This one comes in outside. The 1-0 from Lopez. Cut on and missed by DeGirolano. One ball, 1 strike. Lopez to DeGirolano. Here's the pitch. That one fouled back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes.
Lopez sets. Kicks and fires, and that one just missed high. Good spot there from Lopez. Just couldn't get it down. Counts even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 men on. Just the 1 out. Lopez checks back and fires. And that one gets away. Both runners advance on the wild pitch. And it's 3-2. It's Radigan on third, Hayward on second. 3-2. Seahawks infield is in. Lopez's 3-2 is fouled off and out of play. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one chopped to McCarthy. McCarthy's going to go home, and we got a rundown. And McCarthy is going to chase down for the tag out. So no runs score.
Come on, get the last.
Tom Radigan tagged out by McCarthy. Hayward advanced to third. And DeGiorlano remained on first. So first and third, 2 down. Brings up Colin Lombardo, the top of the Pioneers order. Well done by the Seahawks to get one of the remaining 2 they needed. McCarthy did the right thing and fired home. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Lombardo and Lopez. Lopez kicks. This one's lined up the middle. 1 hop to Cicada. He's going to tag second base. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 9th in a 2-run game between the Pioneers and the Salve Regina Seahawks. Bottom of the 9th here at Lake Myrtle Complex. And the Seahawks have hitters 4, 5, and 6 up. Mike Breen, Will McCarthy, Tyler Petrosino due up. And it's Mike Breen first. That one's in there for strike one. New pitcher on the mound for the Pioneers is number 26, Neil Teledevara. The 0-1. This one's grounded, chopped up the middle over Teledevara. Breen chugging along. He's gonna beat it out for an infield single. That one just topped over the reaching glove of Teledevara. And the Seahawks have their leadoff man aboard once again. And now it's Will McCarthy. First pitch to McCarthy comes in a bit high. Sorrell and the umpire barking back and forth here about whether that was a balk. The base umpire trying to say he's trying to adjust to the new pitcher's motion. And Sorrell arguing he did not set, and I'm not sure that he did. So Teledevara, he set that time. Here's the 1-0 to McCarthy. That one comes in outside for a ball. So 2-0 to McCarthy. Breen on first. Teledevara sets, kicks, fires. That one comes in high on McCarthy. 3-0. Got three. So discrepancy on the count. McCarthy heard 2-0. He didn't believe it. And we had 3-0 on the broadcast as well. It's 3-0. The base umpire had it. 3-0 to McCarthy. Teledevara sets, pitches. That one's in there for strike one. Three balls, one strike. Teledevara and McCarthy. The 3-1 comes in low, bobbled at short, flipped on to second, but a force out called at 2. Good recovery there by Tyler Ruban for out number 1. So one down, McCarthy grounds into the fielder's choice, brings up Petrosino. First pitch to Petrosino comes in low for a ball. One ball, no strikes. Teledevara. The 1-0 to Petrosino. Comes in high, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. He picks off McCarthy, keeps him honest. He dives in safely. 2-0. Teledevara sets. Delivers to Petrosino. This one grounded, chopped to the right side. It's a foul ball. That one just a couple inches to the right of the bag. May have been a double play. Had it counted, but it doesn't. 2-1. One down. You resume play here. Teledevara to Petrosino. This one foul back to the screen. Two balls, two strikes to Petrosino. Here's the pitch. That one comes in low. The count is full, 3-2. Just the one out. Teledevera. The pitch to Petrosino. That one skied into left field. He was playing deep, coming in, and he won't get there. It's behind him, rolling. McCarthy rounding third. Here he comes home. There's no throw. The Seahawks are within one. McCarthy, well done base running. Petrosino able to find the hole. Charging in was the 24 of Elliott Hayward. He just missed it by a step. And now the game-tying run on second. The go-ahead run, Kyle Platt at the plate. Petrosino on second. Platt in the box. Teledevera on the mound. The pitch. That one comes in high. And now the infield meets with Teledevera. We'll let them talk it over and take a minute. The infielders get back to their positions. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Kyle Platt. The 1-0, that one's fouled back. One ball, one strike to Platt. That one hangs and it's fouled off. One ball, 2 strikes to Kyle Platt from Teledevera. Here's the pitch. Curveball's in there for strike 3. And there are 2 down. And now batting is the 5 of Shea Donovan.
Let's go, buddy. Let's go.
Shea Donovan donning number 5. The freshman catcher from Milton, Mass. Runner on second. First one to Donovan, skips in for ball 1. Donovan up. Dusty Cicada on deck. The 1-0. That one is lined into deep center field. Lutz is right there. And he got it. That's going to be the game here, folks. Great game between the Pioneers and the Seahawks. And that's your final here from Lake Myrtle Complex in Auburndale, Florida. The Seahawks lose a nail-biter, 11-10. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow. Actually, in 2 days. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.